Hey everybody! I'm gonna check just a second to see if the chat screen on this actually pops. Here's hoping it does. I'm hoping my chat box works properly. So I'm hoping my chat box isn't tethered into... Oh, you love my pillow. Thank you. Too bad I can't show you guys the entirety of it. My chat box doesn't seem to be working properly. So give me a second while I troubleshoot that. Because this is getting to be a pain in my tail. Also, Cosmo the Puppy Dragon, Deltrix, Andy, Heather, hello. Okay. Okay, there we go. The chat reader, or the chat thing is now working properly. I don't know why. But there we go. Although it's showing everybody up under the same color, which was not the initial... Not how the initial look of it was supposed to be. Give me just 1 second. I'm gonna see if my chat box somehow got messed up. Let's save the settings there. Wait. There we go. I still don't know why the freaking thing there isn't working. But hello, everybody. Hello, Anonymous. Love the use of that name. And wait, hold on. I've got to check out your channel emblem here. Oh, love the channel emblem, man. I love the actual anonymous look to it. Anyways, folks, y'all know why we're here. It's discussion time. So, a couple rules to this particular discussion. The first being that I'm gonna say keep it civil. No matter what, keep it civil. Because the one thing I don't want to see is people losing their shit in this stream. I mean, I can understand trolling, I can understand people being upset with the discussion, but do everything you can to keep it civil. That's all I ask. That means no slinging, no slinging slander, no calling people Nazi, no, this, that, or the other shit. If you can manage that, then we'll do fine tonight. So, my whole reason for doing this particular stream tonight is because I kind of wanted to shoot myself in the foot and see what the response would be if we did a discussion about Kero the Wolf and the way shit went down with him. Because, realistically, that started a trend in our community that I want to see go away. It started the trend of witch hunting people for random things just to seek fame. And what I mean by this is, in the Kero controversy, there was an individual who essentially drove the entire controversy, rallied people behind them, and, you know, went directly after just one person. And they did it strictly because they wanted more followers. They made this very obvious by essentially welcoming their new thousands of followers every couple hours. Which, I'm sorry, sketchy as shit, for one, and two, the individual, Heather Pate, I'm not a troll, I'm a friendly, and I love furries. Well, thank you. I'm not accusing anyone of being a troll, I'm saying that if somebody comes in trolling, don't, like, you know, try to shut them down or what have you, don't, I'm telling my, mods now, unless they start doing something that's blatantly against our rules on the channel that our collab team has to follow, don't shut them down, don't block them out, let them speak if they want, let them be a troll if they want. This is supposed to be an open forum for anyone and everyone who wants to talk. Anyways, ever since the whole Kero thing, we've had an issue of other people being attacked in similar ways by people who want attention, essentially. Now, as for the Kero controversy, I can sum it up pretty much in a couple sentences. If you guys want, I can give you a quick recap on what happened, and one of the reasons why I think it was handled really, really badly. Cool. Not even then. I actually welcome people to this conversation who have a differing opinion. In fact, it's one of the things I want to see happen in this particular live stream, is I want to see people who disagree with the way I see things. Okay. So, Bellatrix the Wolf, you want to know what happened. So, Kero the Wolf was accused of being part of what's referred to as the Zoo Sadist group. These are people who were originally simply zoophiles, people with a slightly more than normal, or to some degree, massively more than normal interest in animals. The Zoo Sadist group, however, was kind of above and beyond in the fact that they went out of their way to harm animals in the process. And a lot of the crap that was levied against Kero, people saying that it was him, actually turned out to be an individual by the name of Woof. Who, Woof is a sadist, a necrophile, and he was actually arrested where he lives because of all the crap that got outed. Now, everybody was saying that Kero was the one doing it. Kero has admitted to having an interest in animals, but never really acting on it. And I believe him for that one. Wolf, however, was unbelievably creepy. And trust me, I know, I went through all the evidence in the entirety of this particular controversy, and trust me, don't go looking for the evidence that everybody was saying was factual, because one, a lot of it was doctored, and two, a lot of it, let's put it this way, there are some nights I still wake up after nightmares because of the crap I saw in those folders. So, honestly, don't go looking for the case file or whatever the fuck you want to call it on this. It's not something anybody should ever see. Yeah, no, it was everywhere on Twitter. And you guys will notice down in the description, I have the hashtag #IStandByKero. The reason being is because I sifted through all of the stuff that was levied against him. I actually helped the police in some cases in some of the other investigations by giving them information on the people that where was I? Sorry. I actually helped them by giving information on the people it was actually... The case files were actually on, Wolf included, which it really is sick and kind of twisted that the country that Wolf lives in doesn't have laws against what he was doing. They're on their way to working towards them now, but they didn't used to have laws against that. So yeah. Anyways, so the issue against Kero was people were accusing him of being a necrophile, a zoophile, and having not only harmed but even killed animals for his personal pleasure. Not saying that any of these things are right, but I'm also not saying that the way it was handled was, I'm not saying that the way that everything was handled was great either. Mostly because this controversy literally started, and within 24 hours there were people threatening to track Kero down, there were people doxing him, there were even people threatening to go to his house with guns and kill him. That's not okay. The fact that he felt he had to be outside of his house and hiding for almost a week after it started because of all the people going nuts was beyond not okay. The way it was handled was horrible. And quite honestly, it's my personal opinion that things like this should be brought to the police, yes. But then let the police handle it. Death threats against an individual are against the law, for one. Two, it just makes you look like a vigilante and a terrorist. Well, no, they didn't show an ounce of care for the situation because, holy crap. And by the way, I'm sorry if it seems like I'm ignoring the chat, I'm really not trying to. Yeah, both sides really were dishing stuff out left and right. Zen, I'll agree with you there. I can tell you guys, by the way, that Kero is fine for the moment. He's completely okay. Yes, I do have contact with him, so I can tell you right then and there that he's fine. As for any other information, I can't tell. At this point, I'm gonna just allow Kero to reveal whatever he wants, however he wants. And if he tells me that he wants something revealed to you guys, cool, I'll reveal it. But, that would be, you know, entirely up to him. Rainbow, I'm fairly certain he knows that you're thinking about him. What a lot of people don't know is he does have ways of checking social media still. He does have people that show him all of the things like all the things in like all the more positive things are relayed to him through friends, essentially. Most people that wanted to stand by him never gave up on him. It's just to what degree we went out of the way to help him. And for some people, it wasn't possible to do so. I'm just glad I was in a position that I could. But here's the thing, he's probably gonna see this stream later down the line, because I'm fairly certain somebody's gonna send him the copy of it once it once it goes and gets archived. And this is one of the ones that's gonna get archived. Will he ever make videos for YouTube again or start a TikTok? Maybe, I don't know. Again, that would be entirely up to him. Personally, I hope he does. Also try to stay on the positive side of the fandom. Zena, I've got to admit, you're kind of making me grin a little bit here, because you try to do the same things I tried to do when I was younger. Eventually I got to the point of I had had enough, and I stopped avoiding all the drama. But to anybody who can stay on the, you know, brighter side of the fandom, props to you. It's not easy. Hey guys, I want to know, what would your guys' reaction be if I told you that Kero is watching the stream right now? He can see live everything you guys are saying. Did I just floor everybody? So. But yeah, no, one of the reasons why I started this particular discussion stream is because I want to give people a chance to speak their mind on how things were, you know, dealt with, how things went down, and, you know, what you guys want to see from, you know, our community and from Kero in general in the future. And how I'm gonna do this is, I actually have a chat room specifically for this stream in our Discord server. So the link to that is down in the description. If you want to actually come on and talk, I've got Discord set up right now. I'm also setting up a new chat room here. Okay, so there's literally a new chat on our Discord called Live Chatter. How you can come on and actually talk on stream is go on to Live Chatter and say you want to talk and want to be on the stream. If you do that, I'll give you the okay, tell you who's up next, and, you know, pull you in. Well, well, cool. And to answer your question, Kero, sure. Say hey if you want. I mean, that's entirely up to you. Flay, I do understand that, because quite honestly, when all this started, I was right there with you. I wasn't totally convinced he was innocent when this all started either. But honestly, I didn't care. I wanted to know the truth. I went out and I found what I could to be able to, you know, form my own opinion. Hey, Kero, you wouldn't be taking away from the stream, trust me. You're more than welcome to comment wherever you please at this point. Because, quite honestly, the discussion's about you. I wouldn't ask you to be quiet during something that involves you. Anyways. So, whoa. So the voice connection's going a little weird on Discord, I think. Yeah, check something. There we go. Yeah, no, I was gonna say, I don't think Kero was actually at BLFC. I think that may have been a confusion moment. Um, he hasn't been to a convention since all of this happened because of the fact that it would probably legitimately be dangerous at this point. As for what happened between him and Majira and Kiwi and all them, I have my theory on that. But, yeah, no. I'll let him explain that one if he wants. Although, you know what? At some point, Kero, I do want to see you come down to one of the West Coast conventions. Because holy shit, man. Maybe some year when all of this is, you know, died down a bit more and where people aren't making such a big, you know, fuss about everything. Anyways. So, for those of you who do want to add your voice to the stream, we do have the live chatter open, and give me just a second. Excuse me. By the way, guys, I am still fighting a little bit of con crud myself. So if I cough like that, don't worry. It's just residual side effect. But yeah, give me a second if... Yeah. There is a big issue with some parts of the YouTube community when it crosses over into furry, where people just kind of, you know, they would rather protect their own reputation than go to bat for a friend. So. By the way, folks, if you want to add your voice, like I was saying, to this particular live stream, join the Discord, mention that you want to, you know, hop up and be on stream. Yeah, it messed a lot of people up, Flay. Yeah, Derek, yeah, I heard about those too. Sure. Actually, hold that thought. Dr. Panda, you want to join in the, stream? Alright. Click on the, live call room and join the call. Give it a second, Tiny. No, he's not a bad... No, Major's not a bad person. He's just... more willing to try and protect himself than anything at this point. I think part of it is because, you know, you have people who see all of this happening and don't want to suddenly become the target. And the worst part is, a lot of people that did decide to shy away still became targets in other ways. Okay. Alright, let's do this the easy way instead. So, Dr. Panda, if you want to add your voice, accept the call. You know, I kind of do agree with you there, Ken. Weird. Yeah, Nos did not leave the fandom. I guarantee you, I've seen him now at 2 different conventions. So that's weird. There we go. There we go. Panda, can you hear me? Okay, so we're having a little trouble with Doc Panda. No, Nos didn't leave. I've literally seen him now at Further Confusion and BLFC. Well, I could hear you at least for a second there. Let's see if we can get our first actual call set up. This is kind of a work in progress, I guess. Yeah, no. To answer your question, Skunk, that would be Nos Hyena. So, Doc, are you... Let's try this again, yeah. Doc, is your mic not working or something? Oh, whoa. Oh god, Zena. No, 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 no. Okay. Sorry. No, you got him mixed up with, God, you got him mixed up with Cothrix. That's weird. Well, yeah, no. That's the thing. So, no, it's not working, or no, it's not malfunctioning? Oh, really? Misha Rotera. I would love to hear that theory. Oh, Lord. Poor Zena. Well, that sucks, Doc Panda. So, Doc, let's try this a different way. I'm going to drop out of this particular call. I'm going to add you as a friend here on Discord, and I'm going to try to direct call you, see if that works. Okay? And don't worry, the stream is not going to show anything of, private information or anything. It's actually not going to be showing my computer screen at all tonight, so... Can I play the song that Tito comes out to? Well, okay, so all of our music here is royalty free, so I really can't do that. So I really don't want to get, you know, smacked again by YouTube. Well, Misha, speaking of Discord, come join this server. There are areas you can put it there. Yeah, no, I know. Eh, 2019 YouTube is kind of weird, but... Ooh. Yeah, no, I don't think phone numbers are gonna work too terribly well. Sorry, that's a little out of context. Uh, Panda, it's really not a good idea to, you know, announce your phone number over the internet. So, I'm just gonna delete that, because you're not actually supposed to add personal information like that to any Discord, mostly because it's against Discord's terms of service, so careful there. It's alright, man. You live and learn. Anyways, I'm gonna drop from this call and see about putting you on private call. Alright, friends request sent to Dr. Panda. My first reaction to the whole Kero drama was, oh god, not again. Because I've actually been in this particular community for a little over 20 years now, and I've seen a lot of witch hunts like this, and for a while there hadn't been any, and then the Kero controversy happened, and it was just... oh god, we're starting this again? Seems like every couple of years something like this happens. Sometimes it's tiny, sometimes it's insignificant, like the Two Griffin controversy a couple of years prior, where everybody started suddenly calling him a Nazi. It was just, yeah, that was mild. It wasn't super blown out of proportion. Then this happens and all of Twitter loses its shit. God damn. And more often than not, witch hunts like this don't end up being true anyways, so... anyways. Let's see if this works. Attempting to call Dr. Panda. Hey there. Well, this is going weird. What happened to Dojo Dingo? Okay, so that was another thing that kind of blew up roughly, I'd say 4 or 5 months before the Kero controversy happened, everybody was calling him a racist and a white supremacist and all this, and he just got tired of it. Yeah, Misho, that's kind of the general consensus at that point among people who don't believe that most of it was true. God, RC Fox. Oh no. Yeah, no, I looked into that particular case too. That was quite literally a case of, you know, somebody offing themselves because of a controversy. And I'm actually really glad that there wasn't a repeat of the RC Fox bullshit this time, because goddamn, Kira, it would have been a fucking absolute shame to lose you that way. I'm glad you decided not to do something like that. Holy fuck, man. Too many people would miss you. Well, Misho, I should point out that the actual Kero is probably still watching the stream. So, technically everyone here has a direct connection to him. Rainbow found Kero from the Shane video. Yeah, a lot of people did. Exactly, Kero. Suicide's never the answer, or the way it was explained to me is suicide is a short-term, or suicide is a long-term answer to a short-term problem. Because once you decide to go that particular route, there's no way to come back. So, really glad you stuck it out so far, man. Keep at it. Yes, Andy? Cool. Okay, so anybody else who wants to add their voice? Apparently the person, Dr. Panda, I think that was Andy Hargreaves here. His headset's not working, so if anybody else wants to join in on the stream and actually lend their voice, let me know over on the Discord over on live chatter, and I'll see about sending you guys a call. Oh god, yeah, no. Yeah, Dojo wasn't really racist. He was just... I really don't know how to describe him. He was an interesting guy. I got to meet him once at a convention, and that was right before he decided to leave. So... Alright, Miso. Or Misha. I'll probably make other live streams. I mean, I do 2 a week minimum. So, anyways, thanks for the sub, man. And I hope to see you on another one of our streams. Ah, well, it's easy to download, and it'll put you in touch with a lot of interesting fluffs. I'm joking, seriously. If you don't have Discord, I'm assuming there's a reason for that. I just got a ping. Hey, cool! It actually counted a sub. Nice. I think it's connected with more than just one person, but I do think there's a direct connection to a small group of people, more than likely. Yeah, I know, Zena, doesn't it? By the way, Zena, thank you for saying something about that, because you guys can see at the bottom of the screen we have a very specifically right here, right there, we're raising funds for ALS in Dog Bomb's name, and I'm going to be doing a stream once a month to prove to you guys that I'm actually donating the money to that one. But so our goal is 100,000 by the end of 2020. Oh, nice. And that would be the reason for not having it. That explains it, Ken. God, Tony the Tigress. Flay, did you have to say that? I'm sorry, Zena. You're gonna find out that the people that watch these and the people that join in on these have a sense of humor. But yeah. Not really, Rainbow. It's not odd that he had the same theory. It's a very common theory. But yeah, Zena, welcome to the crazy that is this channel. Well, damn. But yeah, no, Hey, Tiny, do you want to add your voice to this, particular stream? I know you've been, wanting to rest your wrist. Alright, Andy. Hey, Rainbow, I know what you mean, sort of. I've actually heard a lot of people say things like that recently. I actually don't have the same, I'm not in the same position of missing his voice, because I actually get to talk to him on occasions. But no, I do know what you mean. Oh, Xena. Nice. Sorry, mispronouncing names. It's something I tend to do. Derek says, with Dojo Dingo, one thing I found was someone had shared a picture of him holding a gun on Twitter. His response on that thread was, watch the complete video. Unfortunately, all his videos are gone. Yeah. Well, what can I say, Rainbow? I'm fairly certain that would be the response from a lot of people at this point, too. Alright, Tiny Thing, let's give you a call. Mlem.
Hello.
Hello, let's see how well this, Hey, cool. There we go.
There we go. I'm watching this, and the only thing that keeps running through my mind is, why are people so stubborn?
Yeah, seriously, why are people so stubborn? But then again, you've got people who are like me who are stubborn for all the right reasons.
Alright,
Well, okay, maybe not.
Change volume on something.
Selenia? Or Selenia? What?
Okay, that's changed. Kit,
What's up?
can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. I've been responding through the live stream.
I can't hear it right now. My controller died.
Yeah, I know. I kind of forgot about that. Hold on. Let me set up my settings a little bit here.
Yeah.
There we go. That work a little better?
Okay, so now I can hear it.
Yay. And yeah, Rainbow, that is a good point. For those of you who miss his voice, one of his more recent videos is actually a pretty good one. I think it was actually the last video he made before he went dark. But you know what? I'm gonna say it now on at least some kind of official record at this point. Kero, I'm holding you to what you said in that last little video of yours.
I think there's a lot of people holding him to it.
Yep.
Myself included. Kero, I came into this fandom a long time ago. Like, I was 10 years old. And when I met Kit, I wasn't involved in any of the what's going on with who's doing what to who. And then I met Kit. And Avia and Otter, and I will tell you right now, I will gladly stand up for anyone who is being wronged. I have a little bit of a problem with being overly protective of people.
Little bit? By the way, folks...
Major, I'm glad Jamie's not watching this, because holy crap.
By the way, folks, this is kind of my daughter. I know her quite well, and her saying she's a little protective... There are times she's tried to pull Mama Bear when she's around me, just on random people. And, yeah.
People really shouldn't crawl under my
interesting.
skin when I'm around people I consider family. They really shouldn't. Not a good idea. And Kero, I will tell you right now, I haven't met you in person, but I plan on meeting you in person. There's a reason behind that, and I'm not going to say
So,
it right
Blaze of Spike says, I think we should be excluding zoophiles from the furry fandom. Bestiality and bestiality supporters shouldn't be propped up or accepted. Now, here's the thing. Just like the term pedophile, and yeah, I know I'm gonna get yelled at for this one, zoophile does not automatically mean that the person actively tries to act on their sexual fantasies.
Yeah,
So,
I can agree with that one.
if you want to, exclude all zoophiles, you're excluding people that have never done anything wrong. Now,
Yep.
I will admit, there's some out there that have. And,
There's some out there that belong. There are a lot of people out there that belong in prison for the stuff they've done, but
well,
I don't see them going to jail for it.
yeah,
And
that's another thing.
I'm not just talking about in our country or continent. I'm talking about all over the world.
Yeah,
So
I was gonna say, there are people in our community who have actively hurt people. Now, I'm not saying, oh, they walked up and slapped somebody. No. There are people in our community who have actively tried to kill other members of our community. So why don't we weed them out?
yeah,
See, the whole thing about this community is, one of the reasons I fell in love with it is because we're so accepting. Usually, unless you do something beyond horrific, you don't get thrown out. And even then, more often than not, we used to have a standard for forgiving people for their past. I mean,
I
shit.
want to know where that went because when I was little, that's one of the biggest things I believed in and still believe into today. Like, I'm willing to forgive somebody to a point, but don't push it.
Hey, Deltrex? Agreed. But no, I do want to point out that we as a community have a history of, or we did for a while, have a history of, overlooking people's past if they've shown that they've changed. And until recently, that's one of the things I loved about this community. It's more the newer generation of furries that's... And I know this is making me sound like an old fucking man, but it's more the newer generations and the people who are, just coming into it because they're just learning about it, who are so used to the way the world is now, that has changed that. And if you guys look at the fandom as a whole, as an entire community, you'll find that a lot of the people that, get outraged and freak out and go, well, we need to drive these people out of our community, you're gonna find they're a vocal minority.
Guys, this is something that I swear I say this every time I find something that he would have disagreed with. Guys, my grandfather was a big believer in help those who need it, give to those who need it, but don't just hand it to them. If they need help, they still have to work for it. And this is one of those things, people need help and they're working to get that help. And there are people out there who are just trashing them and making them feel like crap and tearing them down. Don't do that. Seriously, don't.
Hey, Ken. Let me give you the link again in case you need it. And, Rainbow, I'm actually really glad you stayed, but that's kind of one of the things that I do, is if I see somebody who's about to, leave the community, I let them know that it's not going to be that easy. Because trust me, there was a time where I tried leaving this community too. And I did for a couple years until it started eating at me, and I realized that for me it wasn't just a community, it was literally part of who I was. Part of how I lived my life.
Yeah. And this is another thing I'll point out. Guys, I see this community as a lot more of a close-knit family than anyone will ever realize. I've never had a good relationship with certain people in my family. I met Kit and them, and I had so much of a better relationship with him and his group than I did with anybody.
Alright. Later, Heather. Also,
Be
Blaze of
safe.
Spikes brings up a good subject, saying it doesn't matter what you did, you haven't whether doesn't matter what you did, you haven't done the crime, but saying you're into the crime, you end up being accused of the crime. So I'm seeing that and translated in my head as it doesn't matter whether or not you did it. If you say you're into it, people will accuse you of it, and it's
Yeah.
actually very, very true. Because holy shit, I've actually been accused of so many things that I haven't done, but I mean hell, just because I was open enough to tell somebody that, hey, guess what, my character's a freaking cub. People immediately thought, oh look, hey, pedophile. When in reality, for
See,
me,
if
it's literally just, it's a way for me to let loose and be a kid again. That's part of what the furry fandom is for me. It's that simple. I don't sexualize my character in any way. If I do, it's a completely different persona that is the same age as me.
Mhm. Guys, I have several characters. I have two of them that interact with Kit more often than the others. And one of them is actually a youngin'. She doesn't know any better, but she also can't talk. Problem is, I had somebody do a little bit of art for not only her, but a similar body type for my oldest character. And I didn't like the style. I didn't like the pose. I didn't like anything about it. So I'm having it redone.
Ken Blade, it won't let you in? Oh, hold on, give me a second, tell me what it's saying. Ken, let's try a new link, shall we? Yeah, being a little bit of a grammar Nazi there, Flay. But oh well.
That's why I'm sitting here laughing, because oh my goodness. I'm just watching the stream pop up.
Well, hell, it's not letting me grab a new, thing.
Mm,
Hold on, let me go to the server settings. Weird, I don't know why it's not allowing you in. I'm gonna try deleting that
um,
invite code and getting a new one.
who's trying to get in?
Ken.
Is he. Sorry about that. Is he trying to get into your Facebook group? Or not
No, into
Facebook,
the
Discord
Discord
group?
server.
That's what I was trying to say. Sorry, I have
There you
Facebook
go.
on the brain today. Hey, Rick's here!
New Discord. Hey, Rick! Oh god. Yeah, Rick,
Ouch.
apparently, that was funny. Apparently Jesus showed up to a freaking, furry convention and was literally walking around with a free drink at BLFC, which means Jesus went out onto the floor, at a freaking casino and gambled long enough to get one of their complimentary drinks. That was freaking amusing. Not Jesus Fox. Jesus freaking Christ. Flay would rather be like Jesus and get nailed. Yeah, excuse me? That's a little weird. Although I think you mean a completely different kind of nailed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Rick, neither do I. We used to not have that fucking problem either. We used to not have to worry about people freaking out and going, oh, I don't like the way you look. That was another thing. And I can't for the life of me pronounce his freaking name, but everybody's gonna know who I'm talking about in just a second because he's the most adorable fucking doggo. His suit is connected to one of his, I think it's one of his interests. That would be Vor, but he's this doggo with a giant ass inflated belly. He is essentially green, black, and white, and is absolutely beyond adorable. If you don't look too far into the kink side of it, which most people don't, you just see a big old fluffy dog. And yet there were people on Twitter saying if they saw him at a convention, they would light his suit on fire with him in it. There were people literally threatening to hurt this individual just because his suit was freaking fat.
I heard about that one. Sorry.
Yeah, thankfully he didn't let it get to him and he wound up going to those conventions.
Yay! Okay, I finally have my headset plugged into my tablet, so yay!
And Rainbow, that's actually kind of sad. Greeny Wolf. No, that wasn't the one I was thinking of, but he was another one that got targeted. Like Zelensky or something like that? Give me a second. Let me pull him up. I actually got to, give him a hug this year at BLFC. He's freaking cute.
Yay!
And oh my god, such a soft belly. Yeah, Zelensky. Or apparently Zool for short.
Oh my goodness, I cannot believe how hot it is right now. It is night, why is it so hot?
That's actually kind of one of the reasons. Another reason I like doing these streams for members of the community.
Yeah.
Is because it tends to pull people, closer.
Yay!
It's been amusing how many people have gotten subs for their YouTube channel off of, just being part of these streams. I've actually had people say, well, okay, I'm getting subs and I don't have a single piece of freaking video up. What?
I think the only videos I have up is when I got that one achievement on World of Tanks.
Yeah.
That's literally the only one I have up.
So give me a second, I'm gonna tweet out.
Okay.
no 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 no.
No what?
My shit was gonna go weird in just a second.
Okay, well, I will be back in a moment. I have to do a thing because I am way too hot right now. Okay, I'm back. What's going on?
I think I just got compared to Zach Galifianakis. Um, thanks. Anyways. So, Kira, I'm gonna ask if I can talk about some of the things you just messaged me. If that's alright. Because that's kind of one of the things I wanted to bring up in this particular stream. Is the issue behind trying to leave the community. And just how interesting it can get when you do. Because I've literally watched people try doing that for so long. I've seen so many people try and leave this community that there are jokes about it. I kid you not, there are jokes about attempting to leave this community that would make most people just giggle. Because, okay, so I am very much a gray muzzle. I've been in this community for 21 years now. I was in this community when I was not 7, was 10 years old. I used to play on this game called, I believe it was, Furry Muck. Yeah, Furry Muck. And for those of you who don't know, Muck stands for Multi-User Shared Kingdom. Now, we had a guy, back when I was playing, back when I was about 11 or 12 years old, that came on one day so outraged that he'd been so badly treated by the community because somebody had done something at a convention, this, that, and the other thing. He announced, "I'm leaving this fandom," and logged out. That was the first time I saw an outburst like that. I didn't understand, okay, why is it so big of a deal? You're gonna leave. You've been treated badly. Okay, you're letting people know. A week later, he comes back, and everybody's response is, "Welcome back." His response to them was, "Well, fuck, you guys drew me back in." I didn't realize that it was such a freaking joke on that game because people try to leave the community all the time. A lot of people that actually do leave the community don't stay gone. In fact, most of the people that have been in the community for any length of time and leave, they don't stay gone. They come back eventually. Mostly because this community is not just a fandom for a lot of people. It's quite literally a community. It's part of who we are. Um, and I know some people see it just as a hobby, and that's fine too. But try stopping a
Rainbow,
hobby
I
all
don't
at
think
once.
that's the case, son. I think it's just that some people's brains are a little bit fried today.
Okay, so by the way, explain gray muzzle. So the way it was described to me when I was younger is that a gray muzzle has to be somebody above the age of 30 and who has been in the community for over 10 to 15 years. Well, I'm 31 years old, and I've been in the community for 21 years. So the term gray muzzle actually is kind of a representation. When a dog gets older, their muzzle starts to go gray. So it's kind of a play on. I don't think it's a play on words, but it's kind of a joke title, I guess, for anybody who's been in the community long enough to have earned it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, Ken, you know what?
Hmm.
Hey, Ken, you know what? This might make it a little easier. Oh, come on. Is it not going to let me do that?
Do what?
Oh, shit, it's because streamer mode's enabled. Okay, well, fuck. Give me a second. Don't make me regret doing this!
What are you doing?
I'm giving out my numbers. My Discord numbers, by the way, not my actual number.
Don't give people ideas.
No, there's maybe 5 people in the world that I would give my number to over the internet. Anyways, folks,
That reminds me, I need
if
to
you're
pay
having
attention.
any trouble getting into the server, contact me directly via Discord. You can add me as a friend right there. We'll find a way to get you into the server, even if I have to use the admin commands to literally force your acceptance into the server.
I mean, couldn't they also look the server name up?
No, it's not that easy. I wish it was, but
I swear that's how I found a couple of the servers that I've heard
well,
of.
some servers are marked public, but the only problem with that is you kind of have to use a certain type of bot, and we don't have access to that bot yet.
Yeah, that's true.
Whoa. Oh, hey, cool.
Yes, Skunky is sure.
I'm sure. It's okay, guys.
And I know for
So, the number I just put up in the chat, add that into Discord and add me as a friend. So, if you're having any trouble getting into the server, just add me as a friend. I'll figure out a way to get you in there. Also, guys, I will be right back. I just realized Groove stopped playing because we don't have it on repeat. So I'm going to set it up to repeat. And really quick, I'm going to set this to be right back mode because I need to pee. So I'll be right back.
I don't need to know that.
Anyways, I am back. Ah! Ow! But yeah, no. As I was saying earlier, so the joke in the furry fandom is that there have been so many people who have said, "Oh, I'm leaving this community. I'm leaving the fandom." That, you know, end up coming back so quickly afterwards that it's not even funny. Um, and one of the biggest things, but no, one of the biggest reasons and one of the biggest things behind that is because a lot of people don't realize that this isn't just a fandom for most people. It's very much a way of life. Good example, for me, it's literally as much a part of me as, you know, the fact that I'm gay or male. I'm a furry. I could never stop being a furry because it's so much a part of who I am. And that actually kind of, you know, comes down to how long I've been in the community and how I found the community.
Yeah. See, for me, it's more of. I was one of those kids that, as long as I could be on my own when I was in elementary school, I was perfectly fine. I didn't care. I found the fandom, found more people who wanted to interact in the way that I used to, and I wanted to get back to that. But I love being the way I am now.
Yeah.
I don't think I could leave if I wanted to. I know way too many furries to want to be able to leave.
Well, yeah, most of my friends are part of the furry community. Me trying to leave, it would quite literally be every day, every time I talk to somebody that I know, I'd be reminded of what I miss. And it's actually how it was when I left. And like I said, there was a short period of time for a couple years where I had nothing to do with the community. The reason being was because I had very much been the center of a controversy about the same as what happened to Kero. I was nowhere near as popular, and it wasn't in a year where, you know, Twitter was a huge thing, so it didn't explode the same way. Aw.
Okay.
Yeah, it is comfy.
I need to do a thing.
Okay.
Because there is another fox that wants to see what is going on.
Oh?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, no. I was accused of some horrible shit when I was younger. And the worst part was, I was literally accused of being a pedophile when I was 14 years old. Go figure, right? I mean, you'd think that's an easy way for somebody to say, hold on, let's take a look at this. He's underage himself. How does that make him this? But people didn't stop to think. They didn't stop to realize that I was, Yes, it is, Rick. And he's very, very comfy. But, yeah, people didn't stop to think. They didn't stop to ask questions. And it caused me to leave the community, because the places that I was going back then were, Furcadia and Anthrochat, very specifically. And I couldn't go on either one of them without being harassed and told I was a monster and told that I deserved to die. So I left.
Yeah, which is another reason why I say quite often, actually, that there are times I don't understand people.
Rick, I can't end the
Times when I
stream
don't
with a full
understand
shot of
people.
it because it's not appropriate.
Rick.
I can give a shot of his face, or you know, I can find some sticky notes and censor it, but I can't give a full shot of the pillow.
Yeah, I don't think that would be a very good idea.
That wouldn't just be like a freaking... No, that would be an instant freaking strike.
Yeah.
Fuck's sake. Oh.
Oh, jeez. Guys! No. No means no.
They just want to see Ardwolf Wang.
Oh, God. Do I want to know why?
Hey, Ken Wolfblade, hello. Guys, give me just a second. Give me just a second, everybody. Somebody is knocking at my door, so I will be right back.
What is? I'm trying to find a thing I apparently cannot find. Infos box.
Woof! We're back. What am I doing for Pride Month? God damn it, you too, Kero!
Wait, what did I just miss?
Okay, so... Rick, yeah, that would be a lot of sticky notes. You know the whole everybody wanting to see the docu?
Yes.
Kero piped up with, I mean, I showed a dildo on the channel before. The fuck? Oh, God. I got this pillow as well as another one from BLFC. And you know what? Screw it. What has our top concurrent views been? 25. So, guys, if we can manage to rack up 25 likes before the end of this, I'll give you a freaking full view of this at the end of the stream. Okay? So if you really want to see it, click like. I'm amazed the likes didn't just instantly shoot up.
I know, right?
go the like counts.
Are you
Oh,
serious?
shit.
I'm not even looking at it right now.
We've jumped from 7 to 11 already. Fuck. Oh, man.
Okay, I am going to...
You know what? I would say Pride is probably one of the few places you can go, or one of the few events you can go to, and not have to worry.
Yeah.
Because, you know, a lot of people, and I love to say this, and I hate to say this at the same time, but a lot of people who do shit like that on the internet and, you know, threaten you on the internet aren't gonna do shit in real life. And the ones that aren't gonna go to something like Pride.
So, guys, I will say this.
Oh, God.
Kero, if you say you can't be yourself, I'm gonna go ahead and say, don't let the haters get to you, because they're just gonna keep trying anyways.
Alright, hey, Tiny Thing,
Yes.
we got another person wanting to join the call, and I think you will
Alright.
approve. So, I'm gonna end the call with you for now.
Okay.
Alright. Thank you for coming on the stream, but you actually kind of, are a mainstay for this channel, so. Man. By the way, woof, I will talk to you later on Xbox if you're still awake. Okay. So. Rick! Let me find you here. You need to hop on Discord, by the way. Oh, you're already on Discord. There we go. Folks, Rick Hale wants to join the call. And join the stream. So,
Dear God,
say
I'm
hello.
hearing you like 3 seconds delayed.
Yeah, it's a little bit jarring sometimes. Oh, man. Anyways, by the way, folks, Rick Hale. This is one of the guys that I hang out with at pretty much every convention I go to. He's also part of the reason why I can go to conventions.
I am? Oh God, what have I been doing to the world?
By the way, folks, just to be a little bit of a tease, we're currently at 12 likes, and the pillow is of this particular character. Let's see if that's actually showing up. There you go. So if you want to see that in docu form, click like.
Up to 13 on my end.
Oh, it's only reading out 12 on my end, but okay. Ken's asking to join the call later, and yeah, I guess. Anyways, what'd you want to come on call for?
I don't know. You were having an interesting conversation about gray muzzles leaving the fandom, all these sorts of things. I'd like to add my voice into that.
Well, yeah. So what do you think on the subject?
Well, that's complicated to say the least. First and foremost, leaving the fandom, the only people who ever actively leave the fandom truly are people who don't make a big fuss about it.
Exactly.
They just, I'm out. Laters. far as joining the fandom, I don't think you really get to choose to join it.
No. Some people think that joining this community is a choice that you get to make, and realistically, for most people, it's not. I can very much admit that in my case, it wasn't a choice. I was thrown into this community because I didn't have a choice. I didn't have anywhere else left to go. I was an outcast literally everywhere else. So, I mean, I was literally that weird kid in school who nobody gave a shit about. I got punked and bullied every day. And I had absolutely no friends until I found this community. Yep.
That part there is interesting because, for those of you who don't know, watch BLFC Day 4, you'll see a lot of me in it.
Oh yeah.
I'm a skinny white dude. I'm also a giant nerd.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, surprise, surprise. So, I got bullied a lot too, but I very quickly found martial arts and that sort of thing, and the bullying never stopped, but I stopped caring. So it was, oh yeah, look at that idiot, ha ha ha. Okay, what else you got? I literally go somewhere and pay money to have someone punch me repeatedly. You think your words are gonna hurt?
By the way, folks, for the record, that 25 likes thing, we're gonna be going for at least another hour.
Call your friends.
So, you know, if you have friends that might want to, you know, help you out, let them know that the stream is here. I'm actually going to be tweeting out about the stream as well here in a little bit. To let people on Twitter know that it's still going on. And there's still a discussion going. And like I said...
You didn't put a post in the Discord.
Oh, you're right. I didn't. Would you mind doing that for me?
I do so much for you.
And you are so very, very helpful.
There you go. That will be 1.5 million US dollars payable by the year 2048.
Good lord. Yeah, Kero, if you retweeted this stream, I have a feeling it would screw with a lot of people, but at the same time, I would say it would be really interesting, but still, probably not a good idea.
I don't
God.
know, I mean, the title of the video is Kero the Wolf Discussion.
Yeah.
The fact that Kero the Wolf is in the discussion is pretty entertaining.
A little bit.
It's weird hearing you talk and watching the video. I have that muted so I can, you know, keep your
Yeah,
voice
God,
straight.
I know, right? Anyways, tweeting out.
By the way, that bottle of juice you gave me, I think its sugar content is ridiculously high because every time I hit it, it tastes like caramel, burned sugar.
Yeah, it's got a pretty high sugar content, sadly.
Ooh, we're up to 16. 9 more, Kit, and then you get demonetized.
I'm not monetized to begin with. What are you smoking?
The stuff you gave me.
True. Fuck. Ow.
And for the record, for everyone out there, no, I do not smoke marijuana, cannabis, CBD oil, or anything of the like. My
Nope.
poisons of choice are alcohol and caffeine, because that's what my job lets me have.
Yep. Oh man.
And nicotine. I forgot about the nicotine.
Yeah, no, nicotine's kind of a standard for you at this point.
Did you hear that Otter tried to blow himself up with his newly bought vape?
Oh no, what did he do?
He decided he was tired of being addicted to nicotine and tried to smash one. With the battery still in it. He has been reprimanded by me.
Yeah.
Don't smash lithium-ion batteries, kids.
Yeah, no, really don't. Well, see, here's the thing, folks. Rainbow, you say you need coils for your vape? I make mine.
Bye, Tiny.
Ta-ta, Tiny. Aw. Andy, I know how you feel. I actually went to the panel at FC for Dog Bomb, and they decided to play the video I made for him. And I wound up in the center of a sobbing mound of fur.
The saddest of fur piles.
I literally wound up in a group of furs that were all, you know, losing their shit depressed because they missed Dog Bomb so much. And apparently, the video did not help that fact.
You haven't listened to the CD yet, have you?
Oh god, no I haven't. You haven't ripped me a fucking thing for it. By the way, for the record, folks, Rick here is the freaking weirdo who decided to drop $1,000 on a $12 CD, and I've still gotta say every fucking cent worth it. He literally spent $1,000 for a signed copy of a CD that Dog Bomb essentially had made.
I don't think Dog Bomb had it made. I think everyone on that CD wanted to make it for him, and they were lucky enough to complete it before he passed.
Yeah. Correction, he hadn't had it made. I think it was like 6 of them that he had signed.
Yes.
But he spent $1,000 for a CD full of music, and every cent went to ALS, so definitely give him a freaking thumbs up for this.
Oh dear God, no! Don't make me trending on YouTube, please, no. Misho, you did not fail Dog Bomb by being nervous and not being able to ask for a hug. Or being able to say hi to at least 20 people. That's a perfectly reasonable response to your first con. My first con, I literally wandered around for a day and a half not talking to anybody. And then I met Kit, and we bonded over sexy card games and
Literally
diabetes.
furry Magic the Gathering with sex. So, continue.
The fact is, you were brave enough to go to a con.
Yeah.
Tiny steps.
Hashtag trend the Rick.
I have nothing on my channel. I don't even think there's anything to.
Wait, you don't have a Twitter, do you?
Nope.
Damn.
I have YouTube and I have Facebook, and my Facebook is not the name on here. Oh god, I have a Facebook with this name. Oh crap.
Aha! Oh man.
I haven't been on there in years. And don't go to that. It's a depressing place. Please don't go to that.
Rainbow says we have to kidnap him for him to be able to go? To conventions? Well...
I'm assuming Rainbow lacks the means to get to said convention on their own.
Maybe? I don't know. By the way, using the @everyone tag on Discord really helps. Also, that should have gone in announcements.
I hope I caught that before it popped up on the screen.
Kero Thorin, disgusting. What?
He posted another image. I'm about to kick him. Or another
Wait.
message.
What message?
I'll send it to you via.
Yeah, don't kick him yet. Let me know what the message was. Send it to the, Actually, yeah, no. Send it to me in a private message.
I sent it to you via the usual channels. Oh, it's on your screen. If you go up 2 messages from where you read disgusting.
Oh, shit, I forgot I can view deleted messages. Well, actually, here's the funny thing. So, Sarah Thorne, you would think that, right? I mean, because of the fact that I'm hosting a stream like this? Realistically? No, I'm not. See, what I am into, though, is giving people a fair chance to explain themselves. Civil discussion tends to get me off, you know? But no, seriously, if you want to sit and chat, keep it civil, you're welcome to stay. I don't care. Also, comments
I'm
like that,
I'm
Don't
amazed
be-
the dislike button hasn't flagged yet. That's hilarious to me.
so I would love to know what videos you're talking about. Oh, Sarah? Unless, of course, you're talking about the, now let me put it this way. Proof from 2007. Which I've already debunked and explained that one hundreds of times. If you want, I can do it again. Reliable YouTubers. Give a name. Come on. Come on. Give a name. Give some evidence. If you want to accuse, go ahead. But you realize no one is going to believe you unless you back what you're saying up with actual evidence. Mythical Red Fox. Oh god. First off, Mythical Red Fox doesn't know I exist half the time. Kothrix hasn't put anything out about me. Wait, do you think I'm Kero? Do you legitimately think I'm Kero the Wolf? Because that would be funny as shit if you're assuming that.
And the witch hunt begins again.
So, Mythical Red Fox is young. He has no real knack for finding evidence. I'll give him this. He's entertaining. But he's a stooge.
For the record, Flay, Kothrix did not have evidence. Kothrix was just one of the first YouTubers to jump on the controversy and
Make a video and
made
do
a
an
video
interview.
about it. Yeah.
So here's the thing. Mythic Red Fox has never actually done anything about me. So that's a thing. So, neither is Kothrix. In fact, last I checked, each time I've contacted Kothrix, it's been a very simple couple lines of me telling him, hey, I liked the recent video. I like how you're essentially going back to the shitposting stuff. Which, by the way, he's been... he's been doing some interesting videos recently that have been really pissing people off. But no.
Yes, that's what we furries need. Another spokesperson to piss everyone off. Why didn't I think of that?
Wait, what?
I said that's what we furries need. Another spokesperson to piss people off.
Yeah, seriously. So, I'm gonna do something for you. Ciro. I'm going to... Here you go. Go to that Discord server. Send me the video you think has anything, Come on. Send me the video.
Is that the same one that nobody can join because you're in streaming mode?
No, it's not that they can't join. It's, I couldn't give my numbers because I was in streaming mode because the actual downloadable Discord puts you in streaming mode whenever you're streaming, so I had to go to the,
Oh, the web browser?
the browser one to get my numbers. So, if you want, give me a link, timestamp it where it mentions me, because if Mythic Red Fox did anything involving me, the proof that he gave is going to be an image of somebody on a website called Beast Forum posting about, you know, ass fucking their dog. And I've actually explained this one so many times it's not even funny. See, again, I've been a furry for a very long time. I have been on AnthroChat for a very long time. I got into a situation where I had a person asking me to do a, what's it called? They wanted me to do a, short story with their character in mind. And this was shortly after I'd turned 18, and somebody private messaged me and said, hey, by the way, just give you fair warning, this is a kid that's asking you to do this. They're 15 years old. You know, at that point I'm saying it's not worth it. I tell him no, and the very next day he's giving people a bunch of links to a bunch of different porn sites. Showing them, hey look! Kitthesoulless is on all of these sites! Well, the downside is, the name Kitthesoulless was not one I used openly on the net anywhere other than, AnthroChat until about 2009. Prior to that, my name was simply Soulless. And I've actually got proof from that one because all of my shit from VLC, or VCL rather, is under the name Soulless. So, he was inevitably found out, everybody turned against him, and things went back to normal. The only reason that those images or those quotes from him on that site But anyways, the only reason that those comments on that site from his username were not removed is because that particular site had a 24-hour thing to remove all content. So if you wanted content removed from the site, you had to request it be removed within 24 hours of it being posted. I didn't find it until that 24 hours was up. If you go and look at those images, which I'm fairly certain some people have passed them around, you'll notice that my typing style, the way I talk, and the way I act are a lot different in real life than in comparison to that forum. Yeah, that one has actually been following me ever since 2007, which really kind of sucks. Anyways. So, I will leave it to you at this point. If you want to try to prove to me that anything, you know, any proof against me was in that video, find it, timestamp it, send me the link. Otherwise, I'm just gonna call bullshit on your claims, Sarah. Because I'm sorry, I've dealt with this kind of crap before. It's not the first time I've been accused of something like that. Because do remember, I said earlier that somebody decided to accuse me of being a pedophile, too. Then again, I was also 14 when that happened. Anyways, hey Rick. Wait, are you still there?
Yeah, sorry, I had my mic up.
Oh, okay. I was wondering if you wanted to pipe in on this particular one, because this was one of the things I was expecting to happen with this particular thing. Oh
What?
god, yeah, no. Yeah, no, honestly, Cyril, I'm not interested, because I know there's really nothing against me out there. People that know me know that Um, that. Sorry, brain stopped working. People that know me know I'm usually just a fairly simple guy. Most of my kinks are vanilla as shit, too. I can list all of those off for you if you'd like. Give you a nice, juicy bit of ammo.
Please don't. I'm begging you, please.
What, I think one of the most risque ones I've got is bondage.
No. Bad kid.
Don't want to have this discussion live?
No. God, no. Flay's interested. Rainbow's interested.
Let's see. Bondage, denial, worship. To some degree, food porn is a thing I'm into, and no, I don't mean pictures of food. Aside from that, not much. Like I said, I'm pretty vanilla. But anyways, sir, I'm gonna sit here and ignore you now because at this point, this is you not being civil and you just trying to be slanderous. So, have fun. Oh, and don't worry, I don't mean I'm going to block you or anything or kick you. I'm just not going to respond to you, and I'm going to let the people in the chat respond to you instead. Yeah. Excuse me. So, hey, Ken. We will add you to the chat after Rick has hopped off. So, is there anything else you want to talk about, Rick?
Oh, just wanted to come on, say hi. What's up, everyone? You can now hear my sultry tones.
Andy, don't worry, nothing's gonna happen to me. I have weathered some of the worst shit you can think of in this community, and I'm still here. Anyways. Oh, guys, bad news. That like count has not moved.
Sitting at 16. Come on, people. Where are all your friends? Get them on here.
The chat is behind by like a minute.
The chat in
Well,
your video is behind by a minute based on your when you're talking.
well, yeah. No, I know.
It's almost like you're streaming or something, and the chat has to go from wherever someone typed it out.
It
over
has to
to
go
your
through
computer.
the latency through the. It has to go through the latency filter on YouTube first. Because I have my latency filter set to something weird. Why did my brain just stop right there? Let's see if I can adjust the latency on this. Get it up a little. Ingestion settings, setup. I cannot adjust the latency. Right now we're sitting at normal latency. If I wanted the chat to have less of a thing, I would go to low latency or ultra low latency. But I don't want to do that because it fucks with the video, and I'm not using the greatest of things. Thanos has answered the chat. No. To specify, Derek, when I say food porn, I mean using things like whipped cream. I'll let your mind just wander from there at that point. I'm not going to explain it any further than that.
Oh no, not one dislike. However shall we live? Kit, we're ruined.
You know what?
Ruined, I say.
You know what, guys? I'm going to count that dislike as part of the like count for you guys.
It disappeared.
I was going to say, I would use that dislike as part of the like goal just in case. Because, you know, eh. So, Sero, I'll give you this one because you say you're confused about something. What are you confused about?
Oh, a question for the ages.
If you really want to know that, go to E621 and hit random until something, you know, grabs your attention. That's a good way to do it. Oh, man. Well, some people don't have, you know, interesting kinks. Some do.
Interesting way of putting it.
Hey, Claire. By the way, you might be interested in this. If you get the like up to, I think it was, what, 25?
25.
25. If you guys get the, aren't fetishes, like, mainly a furry thing? No. No, hell
God,
no.
no.
Fetishes are a human thing.
To be fair, a lot of people think furry is a fetish.
Derek, that's kind of my point. A lot of people will say randoming on E621 is a very bad thing. But you know what? It gives you the equal chance to find anything out there. And it'll let you know really quickly what you are into and what you're absolutely not into. But no, fetishes, quite literally by definition, are just a intense sexual interest. That's about it. But yeah, no, Claire, if you guys get the likes up to 25 for this stream, before the end of the stream, I will show a full image of the docky I'm currently sitting on. You know, this guy? So, they've been trying to pump up the likes for this stream quite a bit today. Yeah, no. Flay, for me, scat and water sports are an absolute hell no. Well, Dennis, it certainly will be if I end up having to show this thing. Oh, that's right. Claire's actually seen it.
So why? Oh, she's all right. We're up to 18. Good job, Claire. By the way, check the family chat.
But for the moment, Dennis, no, this isn't a After Dark. It's an open forum. It was designed to let people come in and voice their opinion on the Kero the controversy? No, Kero the Wolf controversy. Brain. Oh, god damn it.
Did you just check the chat?
Yes. But yeah, no, there are also a couple things I'm into that are kind of impossible in real life, so they stay kind of in the realm of fantasy.
Up to 19.
Yeah, we're not talking about Axion, by the way. God damn it.
Alright, I've been talking in your ear for long enough. Ken wanted to hop in, so I'll go ahead and hop off.
Alright. Hey,
Doodles
Ken, you
off.
still there? Yeah. Like I said, Derek, there's some weird things out there.
Alright, going dark. Doodles off.
Alright. Take care, Rick, and thanks for joining the stream. Anyways. Caught the stream in time to hear your own voice. Yeah, that can be a little weird. I actually hear myself twice over in these headphones. Raz the Big Wolf says, Kero, hello. Anonymous, you doubt that Wait, were you the guy that actually came in with the Bob Ross thing during one of our live streams? Because that was hilarious as shit. We've also had people come into our streams as Jesus, Satan, God, and one dude literally came in as Jean-Claude Van Damme. I've had weird joke accounts come into our streams fairly often. Anyways, hello, Raz. Well, hold on. I've actually started doing direct calls. And we have a Ken in the call. Hello, Ken.
Hello. Hello.
Hello. You may have to speak up just a little.
Oh, hang on. I'm just using a Bluetooth headphone.
Oh, it's okay. If need be, I can boost your audio from my side too. Give me a second.
Okay.
Say something?
Hello, testing.
There we go. That works a little bit better. Anyways, welcome to the stream.
Thanks.
Also, Rainbow is saying, Ken, hi there.
Hello.
So what was your thought on the whole Kero controversy thing?
I got a bit confused because, to be honest, I look at Kero, I see him like he's too thin to do something like that, and I think it was you that talked about how pseudonym just like he went from a public Twitter, then he privated his Twitter, and after that he deleted it, only for him to come back and private it again. That got really sketchy when he did that.
Yeah, Pseudonym was kind of a sketchy individual at best, and I actually have my theories on who he actually is.
And it also got sketchier. People talked about him to send proof that he was getting like death threats, that stuff. He like did it
Well, yeah,
like
no, that was Venus as a Bun or Mordecai. Literally said he had uh, people threaten his life and try to threaten his mother, and then, when he was questioned or asked for proof, he didn't give any. And then the very next day, decided to post a picture and the address of where he was staying.
then
That's not.
again,
Yeah, that's not
wouldn't
something
that
you
make
do.
wouldn't that make the if he was being threatened and he put the post on Twitter where he's going to stay, wouldn't that make it easier for the person that was threatening?
Yeah, that's why I say that's not something you do if you are, in fear for your life that somebody might try to kill you.
Yeah, which was also weird because he literally just posted where he's like staying. I'm just like, dude, if you're really getting threatened, wouldn't that just make the people just do what you're specifically clear like making a fake accuse of, hey, I'm being death threatened, so I'm giving them the address.
Yeah, that's just. It's not something normal people would do. I mean, hell, I even take precautions when I have people threaten my life. I had somebody threaten to bomb my room at BLFC, so I first off made certain that I wasn't going to be in the main hotel, and second, I didn't announce where I was staying at all. There were maybe 4 or 5 people other than people that, were staying with me that knew where I was. And those are people that are close friends, and most of them are even technically part of the channel. So.
And I was
Weirdly
also
enough.
watching like
Continue.
I was also like watching like PK Russell's on how there's like let's just say like a way that Kero is in, and he was like giving stuff out like you can check like the date on the telegram, you can the where he started saying how you can see the date, but the other person just sees the regular date of the day.
I meant while we were at the convention, Rick. Even when we were at the convention, I didn't let people know where we were staying. Yeah, no, Rainbow, that's another thing is I have been added to date to 9 block lists now because of the Kero controversy. And you know what? Oh fucking well, if people want to subscribe to that crap and block people out and make a little echo chamber for themselves, good on ya. It usually means I don't have to deal with the people who are crazy enough to use block lists. Anyways, um, on the topic of the, uh, proof that was being sent out, how PK Russell was saying it was something you could easily
Or you
fake.
can like the date.
One of the biggest things that people failed to look at was no one looked into the code, like, of the logs. Nobody looked into the code and looked at the tracking codes for the logs. I did.
And how Mythical Red Fox was saying like Russell, you can use the date of the Telegram, but PK Russell pretty much, if he would have waited at least like a to the video, he would have seen that PK Russell said that he can see the change message, but the other person on the other side of them
Yeah.
sees the message that it's.
Well, you do know there are also ways to change it or to change messages on Telegram server side, but it's nowhere near as easy.
Yeah.
The easier way to do something, make a faked log like that, is to essentially chop out bits and pieces of other logs and essentially Frankenstein it together. Make sure that one or two of the comments are from a person that you want to, let people know are in the log, so that you can verify it by going, hey, look, I took this comment. You can check the person's ID code on Telegram. It's them. If you don't sit there and do that with every single solitary line in the log, it's easy to unless you check every line in the log, it's easy to just make it look like it's real by giving people a couple of the quotes that are from the actual person and then stitching everything else together and just changing everything. At that point, you don't have to change anything server side. Oh god, Mythical Red Fox is an Antifa member? Really? Wait, this I've got to look up. Oh no. If Mythical Red Fox is an Antifa member, that's sad.
Another thing that got me really upset is Nas really just turned his back on Kero. Like, as soon as he heard from Mythical Red Fox the so-called proof, it's like, yep, on the proof. Just like, that's one person that I don't want to be friends with. Because to be honest, not or nobody likes a that is a friend of yours. Their backs.
Oh god. So I don't want to just believe what I see in a chat, so I'm not gonna, claim that Mythic is a member of Antifa, because at this point, that's literally calling somebody a terrorist. And yes, I've said it. Antifa are terrorists. Anyways. Well, that's something I just noticed.
What? What happened?
People can flat out hear me through both desktop audio and mic audio while I'm doing this with the sound boosted. Hold on.
Okay.
Okay, there we go. Sort of. Oh yeah, Venus is a he. Um, I should have corrected that earlier. Venus is a guy. Uh, Very specifically, is a guy. His name is Mordecai. Yeah, no, that's also another reason why I don't block people, by the way, is because I tend to like being able to hear what my enemies have to say. Yeah, Venus's bun is a pain in the ass. I've talked to him myself. I almost ran into him in person once. But from what I've heard, he's a complete douche nozzle.
Trust me, when you meet a person that is a jerk, you
Yeah, Rick does have a point. Nos's sole source of income uh, from what I've been told in the past is YouTube. So him deciding to essentially be a dick and switch his stance on the Kero controversy so quickly like he did, like I said earlier, that was probably him covering his ass and making sure he didn't ruin himself, defending somebody that he knew at that point you couldn't really defend because witch hunts don't give a shit about facts. Yeah, yeah. So, Rick, you do make a very good point. This is bugging me. Because Kiro, apparently said I looked like, God, what was his name? Zach Galifianakis. So I'm gonna look this individual up. I want to see what they look like. Zach Galifianakis. There it is. Oh, cool. Oh, shit. Oh. Yeah, okay, I can see that. Also, thank you for the compliment, Kara, if you're still watching. Because I do take that as a compliment. He is an interesting dude. See, by the way, one of the things is, folks, I don't know names very well. Due to head trauma that I had when I was younger, I can't connect names to faces very well. Unless it's under some insane circumstances. Like, I can remember fursuiters by name. Can't remember people by name. And even then, half the time I can't remember fursuiters by name either. See, Rick, this is where I have to point out I'm a very unique individual in this particular context. Because I'm very much making myself a public figure, but at the same time, I really don't give a shit what the public thinks about me. I mean, I'm just here to have fun. Quite literally, that's kind of my life's motto. I'm here to have fun.
Hmm.
Oh.
What was your first thought? You saw how quickly it's back.
Okay, you cut out there for a second. What'd you say?
So, what was your like first reaction? Saw or heard it's back again?
So, what was my response when I saw or heard what now?
Your reaction, you saw Nas or
Oh,
heard about.
when I heard about what he did,
Yeah.
I thought he was a dick. But you know, at the same time, I do understand. I do understand why he did it. I really do. And I'm not saying that it was what he should have done, but in his case, was probably one of the best things he could have done for himself. I know that one's hard to say. Um, he made a choice whether it was going to be stay and help a friend and risk your reputation and possibly risk ruining your own life in the process, or step back and essentially let the mob have him. A lot of people in his situation would make the same choice. It takes a special kind of crazy to sit there in front of a practically literal lynch mob and go, you know what? If you want him, you have to go through me. And I can tell you from experience, during the Kero controversy, there were people that tried to drag me down and make so many claims about me too. The difference for me was I don't care. I've dealt with those accusations before. I've dealt with the issue of witch hunt essentially trying to tear me down before. And now that I've lived through it, I know how to deal with it. It's something I really don't wish on anybody, but having gone through that, you know how to deal with it after enough time. I'm sorry, Kira, that wasn't that what you just said. It was the fact that I don't think Claire realized you were in this chat. 20 likes and 2 dislikes. I will be counting the dislikes as likes for this, yes. But yeah, no. The way he did it was probably the worst way he could have. I will agree with that. And I will agree I lost a lot of respect for the dude, and I still think he could have done it a hell of a lot better. I mean, there is a difference in turning against your friends and then just simply stepping back to make sure that your own uh, livelihood is safe. There's a huge difference, and he chose to do the wrong one. I mean, I'm not saying that it was a good choice. I'm saying I understand why he did it, though.
But
So.
it's still kind of a dick move because
Oh, hell yeah.
he pretty much like chose fame over a friend.
Yeah, that's exactly what he did.
And it's just like I'd rather save a friend to be famous because famous doesn't really give you that me at
Hey, Kiro, I think you
least
have somebody fangirling over you now.
because I need to boop him. Claire said that.
We were talking about the issue between Nas Hyena and Kero when the whole Kero controversy thing was happening. Akari. You know, I have a sneaking suspicion that Kero's not gonna mind being booped.
Send him all the boops.
Yeah, a little bit. I'm actually kind of glad you're behind on this whole thing, Akari, because honestly, it's not something, and I know this sounds a little bit demeaning, and I do apologize, but it's not something that uh, a younger individual should have to deal with. So, yeah. Hey, Kiro. Now you know there are people there that will stand up for you and who will stand by you. And for what it's worth, I still do and I always will. So, there aren't many of us out there who would willingly take a bullet for somebody else. But we do exist.
They could have at least talked to Kero because even
Yeah.
like Corey from Dan Dog Games, they after like a few days or a few weeks of the Kero Dan Dog Games was like being accused of like
Damn Dog
one
Games
of
got targeted too. So did Rico. So did Rico, Tiger, and Sky, two members of Damn Dog Games.
so Sky was like targeted being a pedophile, uh,
Yep.
and Corey and Rico were targeted as like being pedophiles with their dog. At least Corey did talked about it. He even did talked about. He even talked to Sky. He even did the whole voice ratio proof.
Yep.
And it's
Well,
just like,
we love you
and it's
too,
just
Kiro.
like at this
And the fact
point,
that you've
Kiro,
got, sorry to cut you off, by the way, Ken,
it's okay.
but the fact that you've still got 107,000 followers means there's still a lot of people out there who love you too.
So when the whole Dan Dog game was starting, at this point I was like, Kiro must be innocent since other furries are being targeted. No, well, obviously for attention, like you said.
Yeah, there have been a lot of people targeted recently. They went after Odin Wolf, Damn Dog Games, pretty much the entirety of Damn Dog Games, every member of it. They've gone after Rico Tiger specifically, trying to claim that he was intentionally trying to spread AIDS at furry conventions. They have now more recently gone after people like Dalmy, who, if you know who that is, he's a freaking uh, bit of a whirlwind in our community. um, he is a photo negative Dalmatian. Um, and the reason being is because, or at least as far as I know, the reason being is because the suitor underneath is black. So he decided he didn't want to emphasize white with black spots. He wanted to emphasize black with white spots. He's also an insanely freaking talented makeup artist. He's beyond uh, a beyond skilled dancer, and there are people going after him now. specifically for something he doesn't hide from the public either. He's HIV positive, and due to the treatment he's currently receiving, it's also impossible for him to spread his particular disease. Which, by the way, now is a thing. HIV for the last, I think, couple years, there have been ways to make it to where you don't spread it if you have it. So it's not as big of a deal as it used to be. And yet he's getting death threats just because he has something he could not control. I mean, he was literally born with it. At least as far as my information on him goes, I believe he was born with it. But yeah, no. Everything that's happened has been just a massive witch hunt. And witch hunts just go from one person to the next. I mean, go back in history and look at the Salem witch trials. It was literally just, well, she looked at me wrong. Kill her.
But to be honest, it probably could have been obvious that it could have been fake, and pretty much first the most hated community. So the whole, like, you're this, you're that, you're a first act, you're the person that, and it's just like, can you just do the research other than just quickly? But people just like to.
Yeah. Anyways. We are probably going to be reaching the end of the stream here shortly. Because I think we've been at this now for nearly 3 hours. So I think I'm going to drop the calls for now. Thank you for joining the stream, by the way. Huh?
Also, Kero, you're an amazing person. I love you. We miss you. I hope that you come.
You cut out again.
Does it sound better?
Yeah, but you cut out right after we miss you.
So I just want to say that, Kero, you're an amazing person. We care about you. I hope that you come back.
Oh, poor Ken. It keeps cutting out on you. Oh, man.
Bye. Have a good day. Good night.
Alright, by the way, type out what you were trying to say and I'll relay it to the chat. Okay?
Oh, okay.
Because it kept cutting out on you. Anyways, take care.
You too.
Will do. Ah! There we go. By the way, Kero, in all honesty, how many times have you lost your shit during this stream? Oh. Well, now you know there are people out there who actually want you back. And quite literally, I'm holding you to what you said in your last video. We all want you to come back and to move on and, you know, fight through this bullshit. So. Now you have a carrot cake, so you're okay. Well, yay. Also, god damn it, now I want carrot cake. Okay, so I did say I'm counting dislikes. So you know what? There you go. I'm gonna get flagged for this shit. Excuse me. There you go. Oh yeah, by the way. There's that side too. Well, you guys earned it, so. And that, by the way, is a son. It's a character from one of the books I've been reading. And oh my god, he's snuggly. You probably kinda did, Rick! But yeah. As for where this music comes from, it's a Ben Sound original, I think. It's pretty much one of the sources I go to for music for royalty-free music is bensound.com. And this one is, give me a second, Ben Sound Sci-Fi. By the way, Kero, Rainbow here was one of the people I was telling you about, who has, from the very freaking moment I met him, has missed you and has been talking about how bullshit it was what happened to you. So. I think everybody is. Well, folks, at a chat rate of 3, our highest consecutive viewers of 26, actually, and 118 playbacks so far. I'd say this has been an interesting night. Rainbow's officially hyperventilating. Oh, good lord. Oh, I'm gonna figure out why my freaking headset is doing that. Poor Rainbow. Anyways, we'll hold out to the 3-hour mark. Oh, we're past the 3-hour mark. Shit. Alright, I'll let this song run and then we'll end the stream. Gives everybody a chance to wind down and say their goodbyes. By the way, thank you for coming to this particular stream, Kero. It was good having you here, and it was good, you know, being able to talk to you, especially in an environment where, you know, people actually are more understanding. I think we broke Rainbow. Yeah, that is another good question. Although, quite honestly, I'm hoping no one brought your parents into this whole thing. Because that would be beyond fucked up. But then again... Oh, God. Yeah, something told me that they would, but... goddamn, I was hoping that they wouldn't. I'm hoping it didn't cause too much of a fucking rift. Oh, god damn it. Dude, there are so many people that are still convinced that because you've been silent for so long, that you've been in jail this whole time. There's literally a group that has been white-knuckling on their hopes that they find a freaking arrest record for you. You should see the Applebee's down the road from us. It kind of does feel like a prison. Specifically because of the food. Good God. Oh God. Hey everybody, Applebee's State Penitentiary. Alright. So I said I would let it roll out for the rest of that song, so we're gonna end this particular stream here. Yeah, no, I do understand that. But holy goddamn. You know, at some point you're gonna have to poke your head out, and hopefully at that point it's not gonna be a million people trying to lop it off, but maybe, you know, a couple 100,000. I'm sorry, there are always gonna be people who are assholes, Kero. And, you know, it's just how you deal with them. You find ways, and I hate to say that that's gotta be the case, but the world is full of assholes. Aw, Claire. Poor thing. Ah, but all good things have to come to an end sometimes. Anyways, thank you for coming to the stream, folks, and thank you for keeping it civil. Anyways, later. Nim. Yeah, so have I in some cases. Anyways, ta-ta, folks. Bye-bye. And hopefully we can do this again at some point, because this has been interesting.